Good day, guys. So today let's do study unit 5, which is equations and inequalities, where we'll be focusing on simple linear equations, which is just 5.1. So this is the first study unit under that. It's actually the first section under that study unit 5. So it says simple linear equations. So what I want you guys to understand first is to know what are linear equations. So linear equations are algebraic equations where the highest power of a variable is 1 by the highest power of the variable. What is a variable in this case? So the variable will be the letters in your equation. It can be x, it can be y, it can be b, it can be a, it can be k, guys. So but the highest power of those variables will be 1. So it will just be x. So when it's x is equal to x to the power 1, right, guys? Just that they don't write 1 there. So that's how linear equations are. So let's go ahead and solve that example which is there. So you are given 4x, 4, not 4x, sorry, you are given 4 open brackets x plus 2 close brackets plus 1 minus 2 open bracket x plus 4. All these they say it's equals to 0, and they say solve for x here. So this is a simple linear equation, or this is a linear equation. The reason why this is a linear equation is because the highest power of the variable it's 1. So if you can check the variable there which is x, its highest power is 1. The variable there which is x, its highest power is 1. So what we do first here, first thing that you do in a question like this, guys, it's a very simple question. You have to expand your bracket first. So if you have any brackets and you have to solve for x, you have to expand the brackets first. So how do we expand our brackets? So from the first expression there, which has a bracket, so this is how you're going to expand your brackets. You're going to say the term which is outside of the bracket, which is 4, you're going to distribute it to every term which is inside the bracket. So this means that 4 is going to multiply with x, and this 4 is going to go and multiply with 2. So let's go to the second expression with bracket. So there you have negative 2 open bracket x plus 4. So guys, don't forget this is a negative 2, not just a 2. So this 2 is going with that negative there. So it means this negative 2 is going to multiply with that x. You distribute that negative 2 to that 4 again. So let's go ahead and expand our brackets. So you're going to say 4 times x, which is going to give you 4x, and you say 4 times 2, which is going to give you 8 plus 1, and you have negative 2 times x, which is going to give you negative 2x, and you have negative 2 times 4, which is going to give you negative 8. Then all these will equate to 0. So what is the second step after this? So after expanding your brackets, guys, I want you to go and group your like terms. So you have 4x there, and you have negative 2x there. So those are like terms because both of them, they have the same variable, which is x. And you also have those constant term there, which is plus 8, plus 1, and that negative 8 there. So let's go and group our like terms. So therefore, we're going to have 4x minus 2x, and then plus 8 plus 1 minus 8. All these will be equal to 0. So we have grouped our like terms. We are just going to go and add those like terms. So 4x minus 2x, guys, what you do when you have something like this to add or subtract something like this, what you're going to do, you're just going to add or subtract the numbers which are in front of those variables, and the variable will remain. So we're going to say 4 minus 2 on our calculator, which is going to give us 2, and then the variable will remain, which is x. And then there you say 8 plus 1 minus 8. This is going to give you plus 1. You can verify that with your calculator because 8 and 8 will cancel, and then you have equals to 0. So when you are here, guys, it's a very simple. Remember, our aim is to solve for x. So here you still have 2x plus 1. So what do you do in a case like this? We're going to take the constant term to the right hand side. So this constant term, since it's positive here, when it goes to the right hand side, it's going to change the sign to be a negative 1, sorry. So you're going to have 2x equating to negative 1, guys. So when you are here, remember still the aim is to find the value of x, or the aim is to solve for x. So it means you still have to get rid of that 2 on the left hand side. So how do you do that? You're supposed to divide both sides by that 2. So when you divide both sides by 2, you can see that the 2 is going to cancel, and then when you cancel, it gives you that the value of x, it's negative 1 over 2. Guys, this was a very simple. So this is how you solve a linear equation. This is how you find the value of x from a linear equation. So let's just do a quick recap, guys, and see how do we solve something like this. So firstly, I said we expand the brackets. So if you have any brackets, you are going to expand those brackets. You expand brackets, expand brackets. And then after expanding your brackets, you are going to group your like terms. You group your like terms. After grouping your like terms, you add or subtract those like terms. And then after subtracting and adding your like terms, obviously you will take the constant term to the right hand side, and then you're just going to move your constant term to right hand side. Right hand side there, and then after moving your constant term to the right hand side, what do you do? If you still have a value which is the product between the value and the x, you're just going to divide by that value, and then after, when you divide by that value, you will get the value of x. So thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that like and notification button. Thank you very much.